Good day, it's Anne Genge back here from Alexio Corporation. I am a certified privacy and cybersecurity professional working in the healthcare industry. Today, I want to take a quick moment and talk about the true value of digital health data, really understanding as a patient what the value of the health data is and what we need to be thinking about when we're protecting our patient information. We also want to think about it as a patient, understanding that the details that we give healthcare providers mean much more than just their ability to fix our teeth or give us a massage. So today I'm going to talk about the story of Bob. Now, when I met Bob, and Bob really is many different types of people that I talk to, and in this scenario, it's a conversation I had about a month ago, and Bob said to me, "What do I care if someone reads my dental chart?" And this is what he said before I broke it down for him. What he didn't realize is that when he goes to the dentist or any other healthcare provider, he fills out a lot of forms. And those forms include really all the perfect details to recreate his identity. These details on these health history forms contain things like your regular contact details, but also date of birth, employer, insurance information, credit card details, email address, and the contact information of your family, your emergency contacts. And then the real scary thing that I discussed with him is that he didn't realize some of the other stuff that he has in there include things like his medications, previous health history. And in his case, this included some fairly embarrassing things. Uh, he started to squirm a bit when I asked him if it would be okay if I printed a few copies of these health records and posted them around the neighborhood, or maybe some at work or at his kids' school. You see, Bob, like most people, don't think about the fact that every healthcare provider collects most of the most intimate details of our lives and stores them in a computer, and that this computer is connected to the internet, and that when hackers steal your information, they can do an awful lot with it. Firstly, they can leverage it against you themselves, but then they often post it for sale on the dark web so that many other bad guys have access to it and they can attack you. Now, I gave Bob some examples of how his personal information and personal health data could be used. And one is really a complete identity theft. And some others include things like mortgage fraud, insurance fraud, bank or financial fraud. Extortion is a big thing now. When they have these details about you, they can say, "Look, I have this information, pay me or I will redistribute it around the internet." So there's a kind of leverage against you that's not very pleasant. Sometimes they'll just store that information and launch a cyber attack against you or people in your contact lists in the future. But I think most importantly for all of us, we really should be worried about the public exposure of some of the most embarrassing details of our lives. And what Bob came to realize through this conversation is that there are things that can affect us today, but there's also things that can affect us and our families in the future. Things like employment, insurability, or relationships. If we think about some of the details that mental health providers might have about us. And when cyber criminals steal these records, they don't just sift out the pieces that are used to steal your money. All of those other details, those most intimate and embarrassing details, are also in those records. So it's time that everyone really understood the true value of these records and that everyone worked together to really protect them. They are not like a credit card that can be changed. Your health data is unique to you, it's private, and it stays with you forever. And once it's out there, publicly available, there's a lot of really nasty things that can happen for individuals. Thank you for taking the time to listen and learn about this today. Stay safe out there. For more information on how we protect health data, please visit getalexio.com.